Welcome, friends and family of Harold George Smith. On behalf of the family of Harry, I thank you all for coming to this ceremony today. Death in a number of ways unites us all. Harry's death for a time demands that each one of us put aside our troubles and unite with everyone here, fellow mourners, who share in the common bond of love and respect for Harry. It is fitting that we should reflect on what we owe to those who have gone before us, how much we owe to the goodness, the intelligence, and the energy of men and women who are now dead, and who toiled in faith and patience for the children of their day, and for us of a more remote time. How few of these forerunners have we known? Yet we derive from them our life, our health, our stores of sustenance, our learning, our all. It is one of our profoundest joys to know that we are united to this great past. As Auguste Comte said, to live in thought with the dead is one of the most precious privileges of humanity. I now invite Eric, Harry's youngest son, to deliver us a reading. This reading is entitled Lovely Death by Langston Hughes. Thank you, Eric. We know the energy and love which Harry embodied lives on in us all. So indeed it is not gone, but only changed. Harry Smith was born in Roma, Queensland, a small country town in the middle of nowhere almost. Back then in 1959, Roma was a town everyone left as soon as they could, and Harry did also. Once he completed his secondary school education, he set off to travel the world. He travelled for several years, getting jobs where he could to pay his way. That way eventually led to Italy, where Harry found his calling. The architecture and construction of the Italian buildings spoke to Harry, and it was there that he decided to return to Australia to study engineering. He wanted to build beautiful buildings also. The engineering trade was good to Harry, as it provided him more opportunity to travel, working in many areas of Australia and overseas. Meeting Marion on a worksite must have been heaven sent for this energetic worker. Then to find out that she was an architect with the same love for buildings made this matching of spirits. It wasn't long before the two were wed and together had a daughter, Tempest, 3 sons, Adrian, Christian, and Eric. And today we are also joined by Harry and Marion's grandsons, Zale, Dylan, Kai, and Fletcher. Closer to retirement, Harry's love of the country called him to finally settle down here in Hall, where to his delight he found kindred spirits at the Model Railroad Museum. They not only spoke the language of engineering, they were also there to support him in his darkest hours when Marion passed, some 5 years ago now. We know how much time he spent at the Railroad Museum, and how much he loved the work, the company, and the joy on the faces of the children who came to visit. He was also known throughout Hall as Mr. Fix-It, for he could fix anything, and loved to bring a smile to the children's faces by making them their toys joyful again. If he wasn't at the museum, he was here, in this wonderful national park, where Tempest tells me he sometimes felt like he was at one with the trees and the birds. This was a special place for Harry, and he was here more often towards the end. Therefore, it is fitting that we meet here today, in this place, to mark Harry's final rest. I now invite Christian and Adrian to provide their personal tributes to Harry. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Adrian. Well said. Here in this place, which Harry loved and visited often, I now call on everyone to observe a few moments' silence. Listen to the birds as Harry often did. Feel the trees as Harry loved to. And send Harry, through them, your love, your gratitude. Please everyone prepare your containers of ashes. And when you are ready, we will spread them here in this place. Ready? Everybody ready? Please spread them now as I say these words. Tenderly and reverently, we commit the ashes of our friend Harold to Mother Earth, from which all life comes, and to which all life, in the end, returns. We are grateful for the life of Harold George Smith, and for all that he gave to us. I thank you and mourn with you for the loss of Harry. As Harry's final tribute is played, please go in love and peace and continue to tenderly hold Harry and each other in your hearts.